by the poet Adrian in, I imagine, 1974, set to music by Guthrie's son Arlo. It's a true story. And I think it's a brilliant piece of writing. I think it's a beautiful song. I think it's an important song to sing. Jara of Chile, he lived like a shooting star, and he sang for the people of Chile with his songs and his guitar, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Jara was a peasant boy, he worked from 6 years old, he sat upon his father's plough, he watched the earth unfold, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. When the neighbors had a wedding, all one of their children died, Victor's mother sang all night for them, with Victor by her side, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor grew to be a fighter against the people's wrongs. He listened to their grief and joy, and he turned them into songs, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. He sang for the copper miners, for those that worked the land, and he sang for the factory workers, and they knew he was their man, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor campaigned for identity, he worked both night and day. He said, take hold of your neighbor's hands, the future begins today, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. The bloody generals seized Chile. They've arrested Victor then. They've caged him in a stadium with 5,000 frightened men, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. Victor stood in the stadium, and his voice was brave and strong, and he sang for his fellow prisoners till the guards cut short his song, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. They broke the bones in both his hands, they beat his lovely head, and they tore him with electric shocks, then they shot him dead, and his hands were gentle, his hands were strong. The bloody generals ruled Chile, and the British had their thanks, for they ruled with hawker hunters, and they ruled with chieftains.